Hello everyone, welcome back to your favorite channel. It's King H once again. I hope you're having a great day, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. Today we're gonna look into the chase, meaning stop chasing, then it will come to you. Concept, the psychological part, the more of the neurological part too. And also we'll look into what you can do so that you can attract what you really want to attract towards you without chasing too much. Well, posted a video yesterday, I hope you watched and enjoyed. That's about energy vampires, people who drain you and how you can handle them and how you can manage them. I gave you some books you can look into. When you have the time, look into them and see what can aid you. What can't aid you, as I usually say, discard it. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're living and you're not just existing, eh? Welcome back to your favorite channel once again. It's King H. Let's dive into it and enjoy. Lastly, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit it now. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. What if the thing you want is actually around you right now, but you cannot see it because you aren't an energetic match to it? It's simply invisible to you due to the energetic resonance. So it becomes invisible because you believe it's not here. It's a classic paradox. Whether it's a romantic interest, a lost set of keys, or a career breakthrough, the stop chasing phenomenon is a real psychological and practical shift. It feels like magic, but there's some grounded logic behind why. Things tend to show up once you've stopped sprinting after them. Here's why the chase often keeps the prize at a distance. The nature of the chase. We're taught that to get what we want, we must pursue it with relentless intensity. We treat our goals like prey and ourselves like hunters. But chasing is a state of active resistance. When you chase, you're operating from a fundamental state of lack. I've mentioned this before, and I keep mentioning it. When you keep chasing, you're operating from a state of lack. When the universe sees that you're lacking, or your mindset is on a lack, it doesn't give you what you want or you desire. It gives you what you need in that moment. So you have to shift from a state of lack. Moving on, you're telling your brain and the world that you are incomplete without the object of your desire. This creates a psychological and physiological bottleneck that actually keeps the prize at a distance. Why it fails? The harder you grasp, the more the object slips through your fingers. This isn't bad luck. It's a collision of biology and philosophy. The spotlight effect, neurology. Chasing locks you into focus mode. Your prefrontal cortex creates tunnel vision, filtering out peripheral opportunities. You become so obsessed with the door that you miss the open window. The scarcity signal, social dynamics. In human interactions, chasing broadcasts high risk. It triggers the other party's avoidance system. By demanding a result, you remove the choice from the other person, causing them to instinctively pull away to preserve their autonomy. The frustration loop, the biological fact about this, is repeatedly failing to catch what you're chasing activates nociceptive neurons. This frustration neurons suppress your dopamine, leaving you exhausted, less creative, and literally less capable of succeeding. So we have to devise mechanisms of letting go. And that's what normally happens is we tend to hold on to things expecting them to come to us very fast. And better yet, when you put in something, I'll give a good example. With my channel, When I started, which is not so far off, it's been a month and 20 videos now in, I'll check after every 1 hour, check to see the progress, how many subscribers, how many people have viewed, check the analytics. I think it's just that part whereby you want to succeed in it so much that you put a grasp on it to control the narrative. So why I bring this up is because now I found myself, and which will happen to anybody and everybody, I found myself now grasping onto the outcome. And when you grasp to the outcome, you will not succeed in the sense that you're moving in a state of lack. So I've stopped grasping on it. All I just have to give you is subscribe, like, share. And if you don't, well and good, it's not for you. If you do, kudos to you, because you're learning with me and we're learning together. Love you for it. Thank you. So that's an example of how that grasping onto it, checking every time, it is not going to change anything in that moment, because the universe sees it as a lack concept. So when I say mechanism of letting go, it's the moment you stop chasing, a profound shift occurs. You aren't giving up, you're transitioning into what is called Wu Wei, effortless action. The diffuse mode. When you release the mental grip, your brain's default mode network activates. This lantern focus allows you to connect distant dots. This is why the eureka moment occurs the second you stop thinking about the problem. The backwards law, as Alan Watts famously noted, some things in life are non-volitional. You cannot force yourself to fall asleep, and you cannot force someone to love you. These are results, not actions. By stopping the force, you create the vacuum necessary for the result to feel. The power of autonomy. When you stop chasing, you move from an anxious state to a secure one, which is true. Like as I mentioned, and I'm gonna use the YouTube, I was anxious most of the time. Will this happen? And when will this happen? How many more viewers will I get? How many more subscribers will I get? A lot happens, but once you let go, you move into a secure mode whereby the universe now works. If the people who have been in my timeline to watch this, well and good, and if they're not there, it means it's not meant for them. Everything happens for a reason. And you have to accept it. And once you reach that acceptance level, a lot of things flow with ease. If you accept somebody for who they are, if you accept how things are moving for how they are right now, things tend to move more smoothly with time. And you just have to accept it. But at the same time, when you say stop chasing, it doesn't mean that you should not propel forward with what you're doing. Little steps is what matters, but don't be too invested in it, because when you're too invested in something, that's when you create pressure. So don't create that pressure, otherwise it moves away from you. You create that repelling. So just accept this is how it is, this is how it will flow, and you move on. So now that's what I said. When you stop chasing, you move from an anxious state to a secure one. This shift in energy makes you more attractive to opportunities and people alike. You're no longer a hunter, you're a center of gravity. You become energetic in a way people are attracted to who you are as a person and not what you desire. So when you get to that level, which will take time, because majority of us work through things intensively. We have to get this, we have to do this, you have to get there, and you're going nowhere. Slowly. So take time, understand what it is that you want, and move slowly, gradually towards it. Now, all I can say is the moment you stop chasing, the thing appears because you have finally stopped scaring it away. You have lowered the stakes, opened your field of vision, and allowed the natural buoyancy of life to take over. You didn't lose your ambition. You simply released your grip on the throat of the outcome, which, as I keep saying, loosen the grip on the throat of the outcome. It will aid you and it will aid what's meant for you. And with that, I will just to add on the books that can aid you. As I always say, you have to read, you have to know what is happening, because if you claim to know, then you're God. A majority of people reach that I know. So what if you know? There's so much to learn, and what you've learned, you have to unlearn it and relearn it. This is the process of now understanding things for the better. So as I said, the books I'll recommend that I have read and I will share with you. The first one will be Mastering Detachment. This is by Aaron Kyle. This one normally focuses on mindfulness. It's actually a new edition. This one came out this year, January. So here it is. It's a Mastering Detachment by Aaron Kyle. If you have time, look for it. Whether it's an ebook or audiobook, take time, listen to it, read it, get to understand, because this is now focusing on the mindfulness. The next one is The Power of Detachment by Nora Parker. Now this one normally is about letting go of who you are. So is the power of detachment, is letting go of who you think you are. So it's an interesting book. Have a read and see whether it will help you or not. The last one will be the 28 Laws of Attraction by Thomas Leonard. This is a most famous one, or most well-known one. And this one focuses on knowing your self-worth and knowing your values as a person. So many people believe self-worth, okay, you draw lines and boundaries and all that, but sometimes knowing your self-worth is not being a narcissist. Like you want to say that you know it all, I am it. No, knowing your self-worth is measuring your value depending on what you have in this moment. So take time. I've shared the books. If you're interested, have a read and you get to understand some concepts, because what I read and understand could be different from what you read and understand, and it's with everybody, because our mindsets are all different and we're all in different levels and phases of our lives. So you can grasp something that I may not have caught up with, and vice versa. So take a read, have a look, listen to the audiobooks if you're too busy, and once again, like, share, subscribe. I'd really appreciate. That's the least you can do. And as I always say, keep living, keep existing in this moment, but live your life, enjoy it to the fullest, appreciate all that you have, appreciate nature, and one thing, always be grateful for anything and everything, no matter how small, little, or whatever you may think it is. Be grateful for it. Once again, it's King H signing out. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, depending on what time you're watching. To my Japanese people, konnichiwa, konbanwa. Thank you once again. Love.